One. And we're live. It's Sam and it's Puneet. And yeah, it is Kent Beck, Scrum. I'm quite enjoying calling them the Kent Beck and Martin Fowler. I was just enjoying you there, referring to them by those names. I don't know if that's if it's popular with anybody else, but yeah, here we go. Kent Beck in the house. I wasn't actually expecting to be here. It's been my children's sports day, but actually that sort of finished at 4 o'clock, and so I'm back, and I just thought I'd check in. So I haven't really. Yeah, I haven't been coding today. Just main updates are, reviewing a few pull requests, getting out the getting out the mailing for the MOOC. Just about to do that. Yeah, having things tidy over. I guess the big upcoming things to sort out are the release of the new homework and starting to review the week 2 videos, which is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Really, I think. But yeah, so not so much to report from my side. How about Puneet? How are things going with you?
Nothing much in terms of development on the website front. So just monitoring the MOOC and going through upcoming week contents. I think it will be released in 2 parts. I think first is related to software engineering and another is related to a bit of Ruby and Rails. So
Yes.
was just going through first part. So
yeah, but both of those parts you should have them as a. Do you have beta access to the course?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you have. Yeah, I mean, one of the things on my side is I'm very pleased to get. We've got the week 1 videos in a much better state than we had them last time around, and I've managed to re-record, things, and it's kind of. But I'm basically a bit behind with, like, ideally I would be finishing the week 1 stuff would have been all ready to go a week ago, and that's when I would have said to all the TAs or whoever, like, start having a look at it. And I'm kind of, I'm going to be working on the homework, and then on week 2, I mean, I guess the best thing I can do is try and get everything ready by the end of Friday and try and alert people on Friday to start doing the review then, because it just anyway, that's where we are. It's all a little bit behind. Hopefully there's less to re-record the next week 2. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't have any videos in the. We have one there as the more Ruby one. Is that Sinatra? No, we've got those. But do we? Oh, okay. Oh, right. I'm getting confused about the homeworks. Is there more? Have I got more homeworks in here than I? Oh, there's 5. Oh, there's 5 homeworks. Oh, because we still I think I'm getting confused. We still do give the MOOC people, right, the extra Ruby. And then we've got Sinatra. So we've got Sinatra and Rails both in the week 3. What have I got in the syllabus about?
I'm not sure. I'm just seeing this dessert assignment for first time, maybe. I'm not sure, really.
Oh, it looks like the Sinatra assignment. It looks like I haven't got the. What have we got? We've got here homework 1, homework 2, homework 3, homework 4, and homework 5. Yeah. Just looking at the release. Ruby, BDD, and TDD. Confusing myself here. Let's have a quick look. So feels like there's something is not quite making sense there. So we've got, so this is week 1, and so we've got introduction to software engineering, plan and document. Fair enough. Then week 2, and then we've got a homework 1, which is an intro Ruby homework. So then we've got week 2 there, which is more Ruby and the BDD and TDD things, which have got homework 2, which is more Ruby. And then we've got. No, but wait a sec, because that's the. Yeah, so we've only, like, maybe I just don't release this one. I think that's what I thought I'd do, is that kind of replaced, yeah, the homeworks would be the Ruby, Sinatra, Rails, then the Rails with Cucumber, and then that's the 5. Yeah, so this is what, where has it gone? This more Ruby is what we used to have, and I've kind of replaced it with week 2. And this is what Amanda did in his course, was replaced. I think that's what he did.
Okay.
But what have I got set to release in the system? Let's have a look at the Union Studio. Because the other, which is also the more Ruby, which is also called Ruby Calisthenics, I think we didn't release in the last run of the MOOC. Let's have a look. Let's look down here. So Ruby intro. Then we got week 2. More Ruby in there. But have I got Sinatra in both of those weeks?
Can you scroll up? I think I saw somewhere homework 1 Ruby.
Well, we do.
Yeah,
We've got that there. I mean,
yes,
I've got it. It's yellow, and we've got its unpublished units or not. I mean, it's still there. I mean, I think I remember this issue last time, because it's kind of, it doesn't quite make sense to, well, it seems to me that the homeworks, the Sinatra, goes well after this kind of introduction to SAS architecture.
Yes.
But actually, the way that Amanda's got it set up is that the most of the assignment for this is actually just working on a Ruby component within the Sinatra app. Anyway, yeah. So, well, I mean, that's the thing. As soon as I've got this, I mean, in some ways, almost tempted to do is to pull the more Ruby into the, but what we don't have for this Ruby is the modern autograder set up for it. It's not pulled into the modern autograder. So I think this is going to have to be, yeah, what I'll just do so I don't accidentally release the wrong thing is, where's that here? So this one, we'll just hide that from students. And then, yeah, this one, we'll move this up here. Because we've now got, see, you know, homework 1 is Ruby intro there, and so this is, we can just,
What black means?
black here, it means staff only content.
Okay.
There we go. Right, well, I guess so, nothing particularly critical for us to sort out between you and me, apart from just having reflected on that.
To ask few questions, actually.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, so for website 1, do we have any analytics in place behind the, which is tracking the usage?
Yeah, we do. We do. I mean, Thomas has something that he has set up. We also have analytics. So, for example, if I get and log into the right thing, we've got there. So we can see we've had, now what is this? Is that summary for today? Hourly, day, is that, I assume that's like there's been a couple of thousand people visiting over the course of the month. 30-day active users. So we've had 2,000. I mean, you know, obviously from the MOOC, we have a big footfall.
So does this also provide the page by page statistics? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to know.
Yeah, there's like behavior, and you can look at behavior flow based on pages. So we can see here that, we've got there of, people landing on here, and then we've got people looking at events. That's a popular article there. Projects getting set about us.
So yeah, I asked this in context with one of the article from Facebook regarding. I think Brian also posted it on. It's regarding something mastering programming. Ken Beck from Ken Beck.
Yeah. I was just reading it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw your comment regarding
Measurement.
driving the development related to the first setting a baseline. Okay, that
Yes.
whether the development that you are doing is really having some sort of impact compared to the baseline or not.
Indeed.
Is what I understood from your comment, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we can be like right now, we've made this change to, the people being able to set time zones in, their own local time zone as opposed to UTC, which we hope will be an improvement in, it will allow more people to create events. Whether that, of course, the question to ask is how many people are creating events in the first place. The difficulty here, of course, is we know how many people are landing on the events page, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. So similarly, if I make any changes for the projects page, so
Yes.
is this statistics can be used as a guidance for baseline?
Yes. Indeed. When we can see here, like a certain number of people landing on these things. Yes, I mean, in principle, this sort of information. I mean, what I would particularly like to see in terms of the behavior. So this is interesting here. So we can see, the flow through the site, and we can see that, from the landing page, then they're going on to these different pages. I mean, what we want ultimately is to be trying to see if we can, find a way of encouraging more people to land on the premium membership page, and ultimately, that's our kind of, funnel. We need to be making. I mean, people being able to successfully create pairing events is a proxy ultimately for that. But yeah, this is like, experiment. We can do, let you test which variation of a landing page delivers the best results in terms of goal completion. So, there's stuff that we can do here. Have you used Google Analytics like this before?
Not before. I have seen the dashboard, but never used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the kind of thing, that people we could be signing people up for this. I guess it's the kind of thing where, if people were premium, members, then I would be encouraged about their long-term commitment to the project, and that's the kind of thing. I mean, it's I don't know. I'm conflicted between the whole. We could be spending a lot of time setting up things to tweak the looks of the different pages and so on. Anyway, but I guess that's something that you're interested in. You'd be interested to have access into this and to explore it.
It just came, the idea just came up from the discussion regarding that comment
right.
If you want to use so if I want to make some changes at the project page, and what should be the baseline that from where I should get the thing.
Where would you get the data?
Yes, with relative to which I wanted to improve that. Okay, I want to improve this number.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, for example, we can see that, we've got hundreds of people landing on the project's page, and I think we can then see, content drill down. We can then see, if we look under projects, we can see where people are going. And so actually, look, Met Plus is receiving a lot of those. And the people are kind of going in there and they're looking at things, and we can see these are the top 10 things. I mean, the thing ultimately is like, what can we tell from this? What's the goal conditions? And that's where these is it down here? Yeah, experiments are set up. Is the goal condition the person joining the project? which I guess that's a good indicator. I mean, we would need to have a separate conversation about, there's joining the project within Agile Ventures. There's actually making a pull request. There's, contributing some code and so on. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we need to be looking at these things. Go on. You going to say?
Yeah. So I think you mentioned one of the important point which I didn't thought about. I just only thought about if I make any changes in the page, means how by how much the traffic will change. Of course, the bigger requirement or bigger target is to get the conversion, that actual how many people who are visiting the page are actually joining the project or.
Right. And I think that the difficulty is that I think these numbers are probably very high at the moment because the MOOC is starting up, and the MOOC, also in the absence of a lot of content, people are, doing a lot of stuff in Agile Ventures. And so I mean, what we, of course, sensibly need to be doing is looking at this, page views, over a much longer period. And that's interesting. Oh, no, that's funny. That seems to have given me a whole month. Ugh. That's like a day by day. That's the entire. Oh, what's that? It's going to give me pie charts. See, what we want to do is to see this over a much longer period, which it doesn't immediately seem to be offering me the option to do that.
Is this integration is free, or you have to pay some sort of money to Google for integration?
No. This is all the free level.
Okay. They do have a level, means.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, it is the date range. So, like, if we change this, looking over the 15, and we apply that there, so we can kind of see here, like, this is our, the page views, and you can see here this was when the MOOC previously went live. More, and then of course there was the second MOOC. And then we got a big spike there for some reason.
Yeah.
March 15th. Don't know what that was about. But yes, I mean, it's kind of anyway. Let's follow up. Let's have another conversation about this.
Sure.
Soon. Definitely, it's the kind of thing that we need people looking at. We need to be exploring these things. Good stuff. All right. Well, good to see you, Puneet. I'll see you at Kent Bank again tomorrow.
Sure, sir. Sure.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.